Learn English with Mini Stories. Segment 1. Narrator Daniel. Topic: Learn English with Mini Stories. Why this method works. If you can listen to a simple story, you can learn English. And if you can repeat that story, you can become fluent. My name is Daniel, and today I want to show you one of the most natural, powerful, and enjoyable ways to learn English: mini stories. Before we enter the stories, before we repeat phrases, and before we do Q&A, I want to explain why this method changes your brain. Because understanding why something works helps you trust the process. Why stories work better than rules. Let me start with the simple truth. Your brain learns language through experience, not explanation. When you were a child, you did not learn by studying grammar books. You learned by hearing stories, by listening to people talk, by noticing sounds, tones, expressions, and patterns. You absorbed language. You didn't study it. Many stories recreate that natural environment. They give your brain context, emotion, repetition, real life structure, simple patterns, predictable sentences. Together, these elements build automatic English understanding, not forced, not memorized, but natural. The big mistake most learners make. Most people try to learn English backward. They try to speak before understanding. They try to memorize before experiencing. They try to translate instead of feel. This creates stress, pressure, and confusion. But stories reverse that experience. A story gives you a situation. Your brain understands the meaning. Your brain sees images. Your brain connects feelings. And suddenly, English becomes easier. The words don't just enter your mind, they stick. Why mini stories are so powerful. Mini stories are short. Mini stories are simple. Mini stories repeat important lines. Why does this matter? Because your brain learns through pattern repetition. If I say, Mark woke up late, Mark ran to the door, Mark lost his key, your brain starts predicting the structure. This prediction ability makes speaking easier. It makes listening faster. It makes grammar invisible because you begin to feel it. Stories train your mind in a way textbooks never can. You learn without stress. Mini stories take away the pressure of thinking, translating, choosing words, remembering rules, worrying about grammar, trying to sound perfect. Instead, you simply follow the narrator. You listen. You answer easy questions. You repeat simple phrases. The learning happens automatically. And automatic learning is permanent. Learning. A small story about learning with stories. Let me tell you a short, real moment from my life. Years ago, I had a student named Amira. She was shy, nervous, and afraid to speak English. Whenever she tried, her voice became small. Her thoughts froze. She translated every word in her mind. Then I introduced her to the mini story method. 1 month later, she said, Daniel, I think I'm finally understanding English without thinking. 3 months later, she said, I can answer questions faster now. 6 months later, she said, I don't translate anymore. I just understand. What changed? Not her grammar knowledge, not her textbooks, not her vocabulary lists. What changed was simple. She started learning through stories, not rules, not pressure, not fear. Stories improved her confidence, and confidence improved her voice. What you will experience today in this full mini story lesson, you will experience 4 long mini stories. Q&A practice, you answer simple questions. Repetition practice, you copy me slowly. Vocabulary and context, listening plus speaking training, emotional storytelling, real-life conversational English. Predictable patterns for natural fluency. This is not just a lesson, it's a full brain training journey. Every story will teach you new vocabulary, natural sentence structures, emotional tone, rhythm of real English, confident speaking flow, and everything will feel smooth. No stress, no grammar pressure, no memorization, just calm learning. Before we start, Story 1, prepare your mind. Take a gentle breath, relax your shoulders, feel your tongue soften, let your mind slow down. Say softly, I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to follow. I'm ready to understand English naturally. This prepares your brain to receive new language input because the way you feel affects the way you learn. Daniel's final words for segment 1. In the next segment, we begin your first mini story. A fun story called The Lost Key. You will listen, then answer simple questions, then repeat natural English phrases. By the end of segment 2, you will already feel improvement. Whenever you're ready, say segment 2, The Lost Key, mini story, plus Q&A, plus repetition. Narrator Daniel. A simple mistake can create a whole story, and this story will teach you English faster than memorizing 100 vocabulary words. All right, let's begin your first real mini story. Mini stories work because they use repetition, emotion, and context. Three things that make English stick inside your brain naturally. Listen carefully. Imagine the scenes, feel the actions. Later, I will ask you questions, and your job is to answer quickly without thinking too much. Let's begin. The mini story. The lost key. Mark woke up late. He normally woke up at 6:30, but today his alarm didn't ring. When he opened his eyes, the clock showed 7:45. He jumped out of bed, grabbed his shirt, and rushed to the door. He was already late for work. Mark picked up his work bag, put on his shoes, and reached for the door handle, but then he paused. Something was wrong. His pockets felt empty. His hands felt empty. And suddenly he knew he had lost his house key. Mark checked the small table near the door. No key. He checked the couch. No key. He checked his jacket pockets. Still no key. He felt stressed. He really needed to leave. His boss hated late employees. Mark looked under the sofa. He checked the shelves. He even checked inside his backpack. Nothing. Then he stopped and whispered to himself, "Where did I put it?" He remembered last night. He came home tired after a long shift. He made a sandwich, he drank some cold water, and he opened the fridge to look for something sweet. And suddenly, Mark froze. He had a strange idea. He walked to the refrigerator, opened the door slowly, and looked inside. There it was. The lost key was sitting on top of a yogurt cup. Mark stared at it for a second, and then burst into laughter. He had put the key in the fridge last night while searching for snacks. He shook his head, picked up the cold metal key, and said, "I need more sleep." Mark finally left the house. But yes, he was late for work again. Q&A practice. Answer quickly, natural speed. Now I will ask you very simple questions. Don't analyze, don't translate, just answer. This trains your brain to respond instantly in English. Ready? Question 1. Did Mark wake up early or late? Late. Question 2. What time did he wake up? 7:45. Question 3. Was his alarm working? No. Question 4. Where did he check first for the key? The small table near the door. Question 5. Did he find the key under the sofa? No. Question 6. Was the key inside his backpack? No. Question 7. Where did he finally find the key? Inside the refrigerator. Question 8. Why was the key in the fridge? Because he put it there last night while searching for snacks. Question 9. Was Mark late for work? Yes. Again. Perfect. This Q&A system is extremely powerful. It forces your mind to understand English automatically without translating to your native language. Repeat after me. Key phrases, fluency builder. Now let's repeat some important phrases from the story. Speak slowly, calmly, and clearly. Repeat, I woke up late. My alarm didn't ring. I lost my key. I checked everywhere. I couldn't find it. I finally found it in the fridge. I laughed at myself. I left the house late again. Good. These lines teach real life English, not textbook English. Vocabulary and context. Simple plus clear. I'll give you easy explanations. Rushed, moved very fast, froze. Stopped suddenly, paused, stopped for a moment, whispered, thus spoke quietly, burst into laughter, suddenly started laughing. Context helps your memory grow. Final reflection, deep learning moment. Ask yourself, why did I understand this story easily? Because stories give meaning. Meaning creates memory. Memory creates fluency. Mini stories are not children's lessons. They are brain language training tools. And you just completed your first one successfully. In the next segment, we move to mini story 2, The Quiet Café. A calm emotional story with beautiful vocabulary and powerful Q&A to grow your fluency even more. When you're ready, say, Segment 3, The Quiet Café, Mini Story, plus Emotional Vocabulary, plus Q&A narrator Daniel. Sometimes, one quiet moment can teach you more English than a whole textbook. Welcome back. This segment is emotional, peaceful, and full of natural English. You will hear a calm mini story, answer easy questions, repeat powerful phrases, and learn emotional vocabulary you can use in real life. Take a gentle breath. Let's begin. Mini story. The Quiet Cafe. Every Sunday morning, Sarah visited the same small cafe in her neighborhood. It wasn't a fancy place. It wasn't loud or crowded. It was just a warm, peaceful space with wooden tables, soft yellow lights, and the gentle smell of fresh coffee. Sarah loved the quiet. Her life during the week was busy and noisy. She worked long hours. She spoke with dozens of people. She had very little time to breathe, but on Sunday, everything slowed down. The cafe owner, an older woman named Rosa, always greeted Sarah with a friendly smile. "Good morning, dear," she said. "The usual?" Sarah nodded, a small latte and a chocolate cookie, her weekly comfort. One Sunday, Sarah noticed something new. Near the window, an old man sat alone with a notebook. He wasn't drinking coffee. He wasn't on his phone. He wasn't in a hurry. He was simply writing slowly, carefully, as if every word mattered. Sarah felt curious. After a few minutes, she walked over and asked softly, "Excuse me, what are you writing?" The old man looked up with gentle eyes and smiled like he had been waiting for someone to ask. "I write memories," he said, "one memory every day." Sarah tilted her head. "That's beautiful. Why memories?" He closed his notebook and held it for a moment. "Because memories remind me of the life I lived," he said quietly, "and the life I'm still living." Sarah sat with him. They talked for almost an hour. He told her about his childhood, his travels, his wife who passed away, and the things he still wanted to learn. Sarah felt something inside her shift. Life felt heavy to her lately, too fast, too noisy, too full of pressure. But the old man's calm voice felt like sunlight through a window. When she finally stood to leave, the man said something she never forgot. "Life becomes richer when you pay attention to the small things." That night, Sarah started her own notebook. Q&A practice. Answer quickly, no thinking. Now I will ask you simple questions. Answer immediately like a small reflex. Ready? 1. Where did Sarah go every Sunday? To a small cafe. 2. Was the cafe loud or quiet? Quiet. 3. What did the cafe smell like? Fresh coffee. 4. What did Sarah always order? A latte and a chocolate cookie. 5. Who greeted her every week? Rosa, the owner. 6. What was the old man doing? Writing in a notebook. 7. What did he write every day? Memories. 8. How long did Sarah talk with him? About an hour. 9. What lesson did the old man teach her? Life becomes richer when you pay attention to small things. Excellent, your brain is now thinking in English without translating. Emotional vocabulary, easy meanings. Repeat these gently. Peaceful place, soft light, warm smell, daily memories, gentle voice, quiet moments, slow mornings, rich life, simple vocabulary, but powerful emotional communication. Fluency repeat. Practice. Shadow slowly. Repeat after me. I enjoy quiet mornings. I feel calm when things slow down. I love peaceful places. I learn from small moments. I pay attention to life around me. I talk to people who inspire me. I want my life to feel meaningful. These phrases help you express deeper thoughts in English. Reflection. Practice. Speak softly. Ask yourself, when was the last time I enjoyed a quiet moment? What small things make my life feel richer? Who inspires me? Reflection strengthens natural English thinking. Daniel's closing words for segment 3. Great work. This segment trained your listening, emotional English vocabulary in context, quick response thinking, natural phrasing, confidence in understanding stories. In the next segment, you will learn through a faster, funnier, and more surprising mini story called The Wrong Train. This one has humor, chaos, panic, friendship, the perfect combination for learning fast flow English. When you're ready, segment 4. The Wrong Train. It's a fast response English training. Narrator Daniel. Sometimes a mistake takes you exactly where you needed to go. Today's mini story is faster, more energetic, and perfect for training real conversation speed. You will follow the story, answer questions fast, and repeat natural English expressions that native speakers use every day. Get ready, let's begin. Mini story, The Wrong Train. Leo was exhausted. He had barely slept the night before. His alarm felt like an explosion in the morning, and his whole body felt heavy as he walked to the train station. He was supposed to meet his friend Jacob at 10 a.m. They planned to explore a new part of the city, try a famous burger place, and maybe watch a movie afterward. Leo arrived at the station at 9:35, sleepy, slow, and half dreaming. The platform was crowded, announcements echoed everywhere. People rushed, bags rolled, doors opened and closed. Leo blinked twice, rubbed his eyes, and stepped onto a train that had just arrived. He didn't check the sign, he didn't check the number, he didn't check the destination. He just stepped in, found a seat, and let out a long, tired sigh. After 10 minutes, something felt strange. The buildings outside looked unfamiliar. The direction of the sun felt different. Even the voice of the conductor sounded unusual. Leo looked around nervously. He grabbed the map inside the train. He checked the station names passing outside. And then the truth hit him like cold water. He was on the wrong train. Panic washed over him. Oh no, Jacob is going to kill me, he muttered. His heart beat faster. His hands felt sweaty. He kept checking the map again and again, but the train kept moving farther and farther away. Then something unexpected happened. A little girl sitting across from him noticed his panic. She was maybe 8 years old, wearing a bright yellow jacket and holding a big pink balloon. She looked at him calmly and said, "Don't worry, this train also goes somewhere nice." Leo stared at her. Then he laughed. Her small, simple sentence pulled him out of his stress. The girl smiled proudly. Leo smiled back. "What's your name?" he asked. "Mia," she said. "And I like trains." For the rest of the ride, they talked. Mia told him about school, her favorite cartoons, and how she wanted to be a pilot one day. Leo forgot about the wrong train. He forgot about being late. He forgot about everything. By the time he got off, he had a new friend and a surprisingly good morning. He called Jacob and apologized. Jacob laughed and said, "You and your adventures, come whenever you can." Leo walked back home smiling. Sometimes the wrong train takes you to the right moment. Fast Q&A. Answer immediately, don't think. Ready, go fast. 1. Was Leo full of energy or tired? Tired. 2. What time did he arrive at the station? 9:35. 3. Did he check the train sign? No. 4. When did he realize he was on the wrong train? After 10 minutes. 5. Who talked to him first? A little girl. 6. What was her name? Mia. 7. Did the girl calm him down? Yes. 8. Did Leo meet his friend Jacob on time? No. Perfect. Fast Q&A. Fast English thinking. Real conversation phrases. Repeat slowly after me. I think I made a mistake. I'm on the wrong train. This feels unfamiliar. I should have checked the sign. I'm starting to panic. Don't worry, it's okay. That actually helped me relax. I ended up enjoying the day. These are extremely natural expressions. Fast flow phrases. Shadow. These quickly. Hold on, what's happening? Wait, this doesn't look right. I think I messed up. Okay, calm down, breathe. All right, it's gonna be fine. Keep going, it'll work out. Fast flow shadowing builds mouth speed and rhythm. Vocabulary in context. Simple meanings. Unfamiliar, not. Known panic, sudden fear muttered and spoke quietly echoed, repeated sound unexpected, surprising calmly, quietly, peacefully, context, pause emotion, child's long-term memory. Reflection, think in English. Ask yourself, have I ever made a mistake that turned into something good? What small moment changed my day recently? What can I learn from this story? Thinking in English, now real fluency. Daniel's closing words for segment 4. Amazing work. This segment trained fast listening, fast answering, real-life conversation phrases, and emotional understanding. In segment 5, you will learn through a deeper, more nostalgic story called The Lost Photo. This one will train your emotional English and long sentence fluency. Whenever you're ready, segment 5. The Lost Photo. Plus reflection. Shadowing. Narrator Daniel. Sometimes a forgotten photo remembers you, even when you forgot yourself. This segment is emotional and reflective. It will help you practice deeper English, longer sentences, and meaningful expression. These kinds of stories make your English feel natural, not robotic. Take a slow breath. Let's begin. Mini story. The Lost Photo. Emma wasn't planning to clean her drawer that day. She just wanted to find a pen. But when she opened the drawer, a small envelope slipped out and fell to the floor. She picked it up slowly. It was old. The paper was soft, the edges were worn, and there was no name on it. Curious, Emma opened the envelope and pulled out a faded photograph. Her breath caught in her throat. It was a picture of her and her childhood best friend, Lily. They were maybe 10 years old, standing in a small garden holding ice creams, laughing at something silly. Emma stared at the picture for a long moment. She remembered the summers they spent together, running through sprinklers, sharing secrets, building dreams, promising to stay friends forever. But life had a different plan. Emma's family moved to another city, new school, new people, new world. At first, she and Lily called each other every weekend. They sent letters, birthday cards, and silly doodles. But with time, the calls became shorter, the messages became fewer, and eventually, they stopped completely. Emma never hated Lily, she just got busy, and she assumed Lily did too. But now, holding that photo after so many years, Emma felt something deep inside her, a soft sadness, a warm memory, a gentle longing. She sat on the floor, leaning against the drawer, and whispered, "I wonder where you are now." For a moment she considered putting the photo back. Life was busy, she had work to finish, dishes to wash, emails to answer, but something stopped her. A quiet voice inside her said, "Reach out." Emma took a deep breath, opened her laptop, and typed Lily's name into the search bar. At first, nothing certain appeared, just random names, profiles, faces. She almost gave up, but then she found her. Lily, same smile, same eyes, older of course, but unmistakably the same girl from the photo. Emma hesitated. Her finger hovered above the message button. What would she even say? Would Lily remember her? Would she think it was strange? But then Emma thought of the photo, the laughter, the summers, the friendship. She clicked. "Hi, Lily. I found something today that made me think of you." She pressed send. Her heart raced. After a few minutes, a message appeared. "Emma, are you serious? I was just thinking about you last week." Emma smiled, a soft, warm smile that she hadn't felt in a long time. They talked that night for hours about childhood, about life, about everything they missed and everything they wanted to rebuild. When Emma finally went to bed, she placed the photo on her nightstand, not inside a drawer anymore. Some memories deserve to stay close. Q&A practice. Answer quickly. 1. What fell out of the drawer? An envelope with an old photo. 2. Who was in the picture with Emma? Her childhood friend Lily. 3. Did Emma and Lily stay in touch forever? No. 4. Why did they lose contact? Life got busy, Emma moved, calls became fewer. 5. What made Emma emotional? The photo and the memories. 6. Did she decide to contact Lily? Yes. 7. Did Lily remember her? Yes, immediately. 8. How did Emma feel at the end? Warm, happy, and connected again. Excellent. Your emotional comprehension is growing. Reflection. Shadowing. Repeat slowly. Repeat after me. I found something old. I remembered something important. I felt something deep inside me. I decided to reach out. I reconnected with someone I missed. I learned that memories matter. I learned that people matter. These lines help you express emotion in English. A powerful fluency skill. Vocabulary and context. Faded, old, losing color, longing, soft feeling of missing someone, reconnect, in meet or talk again after many years, warn, old, used many times, deserve, something worthy or important. Simple meanings. Deep feelings. Daniel's closing. Words for segment 5. You did amazing. Segment 5 trained emotional storytelling, long sentence fluency, real life expressions, emotional vocabulary, deep comprehension, soft, calm English rhythm. Now you're ready for the final segment, the final combined story. The 4 parts. This will bring all your skills together when you're ready. Segment 6. The four paths. Final combined story plus fluency flow. Narrator, Daniel. Four people, four different moments. One lesson. Your English grows when your stories grow. This final segment brings everything together. Storytelling, Q&A, repetition, emotion, and natural fluency. It will feel like a movie in simple English. Stay calm, follow the rhythm, and let the story guide your learning. Take a breath. Let's begin. Final story. The four paths. Every person in this lesson took a different path, but all of them discovered something important about life. And you discovered something about English. Today, I want to show you how these four stories connect. And while you listen, you will learn new vocabulary, repeat emotional sentences, and understand English deeply. Imagine four people standing at four different roads. Mark with his lost key, Sarah in her quiet, Café, Leo on the wrong train, and Emma holding a forgotten photo. Their paths never crossed, but their lessons connect. Let's walk through their stories together, one final time, with deeper meaning. Path 1. Mark. The mistake that made him laugh. Mark was stressed, tired, late for work, and panicking about his lost key. He checked everywhere: the table, the couch, his pockets, his backpack. Nothing, and then he found the key in the refrigerator. A silly mistake, a small moment. But that moment taught him something. He needed to slow down. He needed rest. He needed balance. Sometimes your mistakes are not failures. They are reminders. Reminders to breathe. Reminders to laugh. Reminders to take care of yourself. Path 2. Sarah. The quiet that spoke loudest. Sarah stepped into the quiet cafe every Sunday because silence healed her faster than anything else. The soft music, the warm lights, the peaceful smell of coffee, and the old man writing memories taught her a lesson. Beautiful things are small things. Life doesn't always need big moments. Sometimes it needs quiet ones. Sarah's path was not about stress or rushing. It was about learning to slow down and see the world with softer eyes. Path 3. Leo. The wrong train. That took him right. Leo was tired, distracted, confused, and he ended up on the wrong train. He panicked at first. He felt lost. He felt stupid. But then a little girl named Mia smiled and said, "Don't worry, this train also goes somewhere nice." And she was right. That one wrong train gave Leo a new friend, a new memory, a new story. Sometimes the wrong choice takes you to the right moment. Path 4. Emma. The photo that found her heart. Emma's old photograph pulled her back into her childhood, to a friend she never forgot, to memories she thought she lost. The picture reminded her of who she used to be before life got busy, and contacting Lily again reconnected two hearts after many years. Emma learned something powerful. Memories are not dead, they sleep, and sometimes they wake you up. The common lesson. Now, listen closely, because this connects everything you learned in this mini story journey. Mark learned from a mistake. Sarah learned from silence. Leo learned from an accident. Emma learned from a memory. Different stories, different moments. Same message. Life teaches you through small events. English teaches you the same way. You don't improve English in one giant moment. You improve through small daily steps. One mini story, one question, one repeated sentence, one new word. Your English grows through small paths, just like life. Fluency repeat practice. Final session. Repeat these slowly. I learn from small moments. I grow a little every day. I understand English more clearly now. I speak with calm confidence. I enjoy learning through stories. I don't need perfection, I need progress. I am becoming more fluent step by step. Now shadow these slightly faster. I'm getting better with every story. I answer more naturally now. My English feels smoother than before. I think in English more often. And now emotional tone. I trust my journey. I trust my improvement. I trust my voice. Final reflection. Think in English. Ask yourself, which path was most like my life? Which character did I understand the most? What small moment taught me something recently? What will my next English story be? Thinking like this builds deep fluency. Daniel's final words for the mini story series. You have just completed all 6 segments: slow stories, fast stories, emotional stories, Q&A, repetition, comprehension, and long sentence shadowing. You didn't just learn English, you experienced English. That is the true power of mini stories. And now, you are ready for the next journey. If you want, subscribe now, join the Bright World English Academy family, and let's start your English learning journey together.